War in Middle East, Iran and Israel. Will there be a war between Iran and Israel? Well, it's already started. The last few weeks have seen a huge increase in violence. Hundreds of missiles have been fired, many people have died. But it hasn't been a full-blown war yet, so why is it happening now? Why might it get worse? And what would a full-blown war look like? Well, it's helpful to go back in history. For some context, the modern state of Israel was created in 1948. Not everyone was happy about this, particularly the surrounding Arab nations who felt that this new state had been created out of their land without their permission. There was a lot of tension and several wars between Israel and its Arab neighbors. This led to Israel creating a relationship with the USA. They both see each other as democratic beacons in a very difficult neighborhood. Fast forward to today, and there's still a lot of tension in the region. Israel still has not come to peace with many of its neighbors. It's occupied Palestinian territory. There are settlements on the Golan Heights. There's a disputed area with Lebanon. But the biggest problem is Iran. The Iranian government is not happy with the existence of Israel. They accuse Israel of being a false flag state, basically an imposter state that shouldn't be there. So why do they attack each other? Well, Iran doesn't really attack Israel directly. Instead, they support groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, which attack Israel from Gaza and Lebanon. This means that Israel can easily blame Iran for these attacks, but is this true? Does Iran control these groups? Well, probably not. These groups act as proxies for Iran. They do what Iran wants them to do, but they're not puppets. They can and do act independently. This brings us back to the current crisis. Last week, there were rockets fired from Gaza into Israel. Israel responded by striking Gaza, but they also struck targets inside Iran. They also shot down a drone over the Gulf of Oman. Is this escalating things? Well, yes, it's a very worrying sign. If Israel feels that it needs to strike Iran directly, then things have really escalated. What does Iran do when it gets hit? Well, so far they've responded in two ways. They've hit back with ballistic missiles, and they've used naval drones to attack Israeli ships. Neither of these are very effective, but a full-blown war could be much worse. Iran could close the Strait of Hormuz, basically block off the oil supply to the Gulf. They could also help their allies like Hezbollah to launch a large-scale attack on northern Israel. You might think that a nuclear Iran would be more likely to start a war. Well, actually, it's the opposite. A nuclear Iran would be very cautious about starting a war because it would risk an Israeli preemptive strike on its nuclear facilities. Okay, so what happens next? Well, hopefully more diplomacy. Right now, the US is trying to broker a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, but the bigger problem is the long term. Israel will continue to occupy Palestinian territory, that won't change, and Iran will continue to support groups that attack Israel. So this cycle of violence will probably just keep repeating itself. It's a very difficult situation with no easy solutions. And millions of innocent people will bear the brunt of this conflict. If you like our video, please share and subscribe for more information.